Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. It's your guy, J-Day. Hope all is well, love, and light. So, today, guys, we're going to be talking about how to obtain a residency in Dominican Republic. And I'm going to give you 6 steps that you need to take in order to obtain that residency. Now, getting a residency in the Dominican Republic is a multi step legal process, but it's very doable if you're prepared. Here's a clear breakdown of the process as of 2025. Now, number one, the first thing you need to do is choose the type of residency. Now, you have five that you can choose from. The first one is retiree residency, someone that has a pension. For people with a guaranteed pension or retirement income, you need to have a minimum of $1,500 a month. Okay. Now, the next one is going to be rent tista residency. And this is for people with an income from investments, rentals, or annuities. Now, you need to have at least $2,000 a month. Okay. So, let me just break that down for you a little bit. If you have an Airbnb, if you own a home and you are renting these properties and you are making at least the minimum of $2,000 a month, and you can show proof that you are making this kind of money a month, that will help you to obtain the residency. Number three, investor in residency. And this is for people who are investing at least 200,000 USD in business or in real estate. Okay. Number four is going to be family residency. Now, this is for those with a Dominican spouse or parent or child. Okay. So you have to have Dominican parents, a spouse, husband, wife, or a child in order to obtain a family residency. And last but not least, number five is going to be a work or employment residency, which requires a signed job contract from a Dominican company. Okay, it has to be a signed contract from Dominican company. Okay, now we're going to go into number two. You want to start with a resident visa. Okay, you must apply at Dominican consulate in your home country. Now, I'm going to give you a breakdown of some of the requirements that you need, and this varies by visa type. So, one of the requirements is you need to have a valid passport. Okay, you need to have a birth certificate, apostilled. Now, for some of you guys are wondering what apostille means. Apostille basically is a certificate that authenticates the signature of a public official on a document, pretty much making it valued for use. Okay, so that's pretty much what an apostille is. Okay, you're gonna need a police background check apostille and translate it. So make sure you guys, when you getting these things done, they have to be apostilled and translated. You're also going to need a medical certificate, depending on the consulate. You're going to need financial proof, bank statements, pensions, letter, investment proof, etc. You're also going to need a passport size photo. Okay. So the processing time for that takes about 2 to 6 weeks. Visa validity is about maybe 60 days per se. Yeah, about 60 days per se. So now we're going to go with number three. You're going to apply for your temporary residency. Okay. Once you're in the DR with your visa, you need to go to the DGM, which is the Dirección General de Migration in Santo Domingo or Santiago, either one. Okay. And the things that you need, you might need to write all of this stuff down so that you make sure you have everything. You're going to need a residency visa. You're going to need a medical exam done in the Dominican Republic. All documents submitted again, apostilled and translated. Okay. You're going to need an application forms and photos. Processing time for this is 3 to 6 months. The residency card uh, validity is about 1 year. Okay, just to keep that in mind. Now you can renew up to about 5 years before applying for a permanent one. All right. Now we're going to go with number four. Number four, you need to renew annually, which is 1 to 5 years. You renew your temporary residency each year. After 5 years, you can apply for permanent residency, or 1 year if you're a retiree or an investor. Okay. Number five, apply for permanent residency. You're going to need proof of continued income. Okay. Or an investment. You're going to need a clean police record in Dominican Republic. You're going to need a renewed medical exam. The processing time for that takes roughly about 6 months. Permanent residency validity is about 2 years, then 4 years for renewals. Okay. Number six, apply for citizenship, which is optional. Okay. After holding permanent residency for at least 2 years, you can apply for Dominican citizenship. All right. Now we're going to break down some of the costs. Now, for a residency visa, it can range anywhere between $90 to $200. Okay. For transitions and apostles, that can be anywhere between 150 to $400. All right. Now, medical exams in Dominican Republic, we're talking about roughly $150. Legal fees can be anywhere from, and when I say legal fees, I'm talking about using a lawyer. That can range anywhere between 800 to 2,000 USD. This is all USD, guys. And application fees for the DGM, that can range anywhere from 300 to 600 USD. All right. So now I'm going to give you some final tips here. If you want, you can hire a local immigration lawyer to speed up the process and avoid mistakes. Keep all documents translated in apostille. You want to also use a reliable translator for Spanish documents. And last but not least, be ready to visit Santo Domingo for appointments. So these are all the steps that you need to take in order to obtain a residency visa in Dominican Republic. I hope this information was helpful. If you like this video, be sure to hit the like, the share, and the subscribe button. Until next time, I'll be talking to you guys soon. You guys take care.